to dream the impossible dream, to fight the unbeatable foe, to bear with unbearable sorrow, to run where the brave dare not go, to right the unrightable wrong, to love pure and chaste from afar, to try when your arms are too weary, to reach the unreachable star. This is my quest, to follow that star, no matter how hopeless, no matter how far, to fight for the right without question or pause, to be willing to march into hell for a heavenly cause. And I know if I'll only be true to this glorious quest, that my heart will lie peaceful and calm when I'm laid to my rest. Oh, and the world will be better for this, that one man scorned and covered with scars still strove with his last ounce of courage to reach the unreachable star. So I've been asked a lot to do a tutorial on this song. I recorded it a number of years ago on a New Year's Eve, and I played it wrong, by the way. My inspiration or my motivation for doing that song was Tom Jones, who was a big influence on me growing up. But I also liked the Andy Williams version, the Elvis version, the Frank Sinatra. And of course there's the original version, but I didn't listen to that one very much. I pretty much was influenced by the Tom Jones one, and somewhat that comes through in this one as well. Most people, when they play the song, are going to do it, when they're on the guitar, they're going to do it in C. And I recorded it in C, and I may have even used the capo, and it's far too high to do that. And so I'm going to transpose it for you and do a tutorial in G. And it actually becomes somewhat simpler to play in G, believe it or not. You'd think C would be an easier key, but I find G, it's easier to sing. I debated doing it with a capo. It's a little bit low for me. I like to sing a bit higher. I was going to put capo on second fret and do it, and you could certainly experiment with that. But I'll show you how to do it in G. And the other thing that I wanted to say was that there really are no good versions of this on YouTube, other than Andy Williams or Tom Jones or whatever. No good covers of this I've found, and certainly no good tutorials. When I searched for chords for this song, not that I particularly needed them, because I basically figured it out mostly myself, most of those like guitar chord sites, they're absolutely wrong. Be very careful of sites like that where people can, input chords or whatever or provide, because they're just, people have weird ears and they don't hear stuff right. What I'm going to show you is not necessarily always perfect, but it's getting there, all right? And if you can take it and put your own spin on it, then fantastic. So hopefully this is going to help you, and that's the whole point of doing this. I'm not going for like a perfect musical performance or anything like that. This is just an educational tutorial. So, I am doing this in G, all right, and here I'm using the pick, and I'm just picking, like I'm going that kind of thing. And I start off by putting my first finger, it depends on how I want to play it, on the G string, that's the G string. In the second fret, that's an A note, so I'm doing a sort of a G/A chord. I'm going, and then taking it off. Oops, let's do it again. And then taking it off. And then again on. And then off. Now, I'm not saying that is how the original goes, but it sounds nice, all right? If you want to just stay on the G, to dream the impossible dream, that's fine, but I like to dream the impossible dream. Okay, so that's G with the A note, and then just regular G. And really, when I say regular G, I'm playing just a G note. I'm not putting any of my other fingers on. You could, but you don't necessarily need them. To dream the impossible dream. And then the next thing you're going to go to is a version of a C. Now there's a C, right? To fight the unbeatable foe. And that would be totally fine. But I am liking switching my fingers around, doing sort of a C6, which is, most people would play it like that. And then taking off that and actually doing a C major 7. So I'm doing this, which is almost like an A minor chord there. It's sort of a C6, but I've got the B string ringing free. To fight the unbeatable foe. So I'll show you how I do it. To dream the impossible dream. To fight the unbeatable foe. Now the reason I'm doing it like that is as I play my G with the A note in it, and even just the regular G, I'm hitting that B string. Okay, listen to this. Ba. That's the B. Okay? And then when I do the same thing here, when I go, it's accenting that B. Or like, to dream the impossible dream, to fight the unbeatable foe. Okay, however, whether you do a C or a C major 7th. Then the next chord is a B minor. And sometimes I do my B minors differently. You can, sometimes I want to do that, but I'll just do a typical B minor bar chord. So, to fight the unbeatable foe, to B minor. To bear with unbearable sorrow. So that's going from the C or the C major 7th to the B minor, back to the C. To bear with unbearable sorrow, down to A minor. To run where the brave dare not go. So that's going to be a D7. So to bear, B minor, with unbearable sorrow, C. To run, A minor, where the brave dare not go. Essentially, we're going to that D7th, and you can, put it, figure the bass, or you can do it up there, however you want to do it. Go. To right the unrightable wrong. So I'm just doing G with the A to G, up to the C. All right, so that kind of thing. To right the unrightable wrong. To love pure and chaste from afar. That's a B minor. To try when your arms are too weary. It's up to you if you want to do this major seventh of the C. To reach the unreachable star. So that's A minor. The unreachable star, D7th. And that's the two verses. All right, and then we go into the chorus. This is my quest. I'm just on a G. Or you could go, this is my quest to follow that star. So it's G to E minor, no matter how hopeless, B minor, no matter how far, C. So this is my quest to follow that star, E minor, no matter how hopeless, B minor, no matter how far, C. To fight for the right, E minor. And then it gets a little bit weird, all right? And it's too bad, because those are such easy chords. Then we got to throw in a weird one. Without question or pause, it's an E flat, all right? And probably the easiest way is, that's an E minor. There's an E flat note. So if you do this, you've got part of an E flat major seventh. There's an E flat. Oh, well, really, it's, there. Flat, but if you just hit those notes, follow that star, no matter how hopeless, no matter how far, to fight for the right, without question or pause. I don't know if you like that note there. Maybe that's better. Fight for the right, without question or pause. I'm not crazy about that. I'm sorry about that. To be, and then this is the really cool part, all right? All of that is stuff that I didn't do right when I first recorded. So this is my quest, G, to follow that star, E minor, no matter how hopeless, B minor, no matter how far, C. To fight for the right, E minor, without question or pause, E flat, to be, G, back to G, willing to march into hell. So this is a cool progression. This is a regular G, okay, or a G like that, and you add your little finger in the first fret on the D string, and then there. Like that on the second, so it's like that kind of a run. To be willing to march into hell for a heavenly. Now it's debatable exactly where to go on the word heavenly. To be willing to march into hell for a hell. You can just stay there. Hell for a heavenly cause, or F major. Maybe to make it a little bit more dramatic. To be willing, G, to march. We're really increasing or augmenting the fifth, which is the D. It's D sharp, so it's like a G augmented fifth or a sharp fifth or whatever. To be willing to march into hell. That's the same thing as the G with the A in it. Hell, no, it isn't. It's a G with an E in it. Sorry. Willing to march into hell. For a heavenly cause, to the F. So this is my quest, G, to follow that star, E minor, no matter how hopeless, B minor, no matter how far, C, to fight for the right, E minor, without question or pause, your favorite E flat. To be willing to march into hell for a heavenly cause. That's the F. And I know, A minor, if I'll only be true. Essentially F. I just, do an A minor and add your little finger on there, or an A minor and F. No, if I'll only be true to this glorious quest, B7th. when to march into hell for a heavenly cause. F, A minor. And I know if I'll only be true, F, to this glorious quest, B seventh. All right, into the weirdest part. That my heart, I like to go to the A minor there. It's really hard, will lie peaceful and calm. Where am I going? Calm when I'm laid to my rest. Okay, so it's, you can do F, calm. Just listen to the progression for a minute, okay? Ba, 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 ba. It's like the way those jazzy guys, made the turnaround and got back to where we were going. So, and I'll only be true to this glorious quest, be seventh, that my heart will lie peaceful and calm. All right, so the thing about this is a diminished chord, all right? And it's based off of an F sharp. Instead of in there, it's, so I mean you can play it like this, whatever, or this, but I just love that. Heart will I peaceful and calm. Just look at the diagram. When I'm late to my rest. Oh, I may have been off key there. Know that I'll only be true to this glorious quest. And my heart, I'm so used to going in my heart, will lie peaceful and calm when I'm laid to my rest. So that's C minor bar chord. So that's basically F, F sharp diminished, C minor, D7th. I'm sorry, it's the way it is. It's that's a tough part, but it's like that E flat. It's not that bad if you just figure out maybe you want to do that, and don't play it too loud or something. Heart will I peaceful and calm when I'm laid to my rest. Oh, and then to the D7th. Oh, and the world will be better for this. That's the G with the A. To the G. That one man, scorned and covered with scars. So I'm doing that C6 thing. Still strove, B minor, with his last ounce of courage, or to reach. Still strove, B minor, with his last ounce of courage, C. To, or here D7, to reach, G. D7, the unreachable star. Just go back to the intro. So. To dream the impossible dream. To fight the unbeatable foe. To bear with unbearable sorrow. To run where the brave dare not go. To right the unrightable wrong. To love pure and chaste from afar. To try when your arms are too weary to reach the unreachable star. This is my quest, to follow that star, no matter how hopeless, no matter how far, to fight for the right without question or pause, to be willing to march into hell for a heavenly cause. And I know if I'll only be true to this glorious quest, that my heart will lie peaceful and calm when I'm laid to my rest. Oh, and the world will be better for this. That one man, scorned and covered with scars, still strove with his last ounce of courage to reach the unreachable star. Ah, well, hope that helps.